Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on RidgeLife, we've got lots of work to do. We've still got tons of snow on the ground, but it is warming up. The sun is out. Oh, y'all hear that? What is that noise? The geese are flying, that's right. Are they flying north for the summer? They flew south for the winter. Does that mean spring is coming? Oh, I sure hope so, because I am done with all this ice and snow. Today, we are gonna make huge progress. Let's go check it out. We are gonna have some fun today, people. We've got these three, count them three, EG4 6000XP inverters. Now, we got them mounted on the wall, nice and pretty, but we do not have them connected to the wire trough. There's no seal tight connections, no wires run, and nothing going over to that 200 amp panel. We're gonna fix that today though, because we've got all the tools and materials staged up and ready. So we've got connectors, we've got seal tight, and this is the metal line seal tight, and we got tons of wire for our inverters. We got some big old PVC flex right there to run up to our 200 amp panel. Now to make some holes, we got this VEVOR 15-ton hydraulic knockout set. That thing's gonna be irreplaceable, that's for sure, here on the work we've got to do. I've got three 50 amp breakers. We got a ground bus bar, tons of flex and conduit holders. Of course, we got all our cobalt tools. You know, Tim likes that blue cobalt. Got 61 degrees in here. EG4 mini split keeping me warm. Let's get to work. I'm gonna start with this middle inverter here. Now I've got to get this cover off. And we can see down below, we've got our PV input knockout. I'm gonna use that one, the load knockout, the battery input, and the comm. So those are the four I've got to knock out. Now I do have a little issue here. My wire troughs splice is right in the middle here, and I know I can get a splice cover for that. May do that later, but I've got these two connections right here going to be really close to those holes. It's not going to be an issue. I'll make it work. So I got to drill some holes here. But to know exactly where I need those holes are, first thing I do, I got to knock these out, take this cover off, and do a little trick. Get these cover screws out here. Boy, EG4, you sure made these screws small. I wish you had done a clasp or because you know you're getting in and out of this occasionally. It'd be nice to have a little less tedious access point. These screws are so small. Look how small those are. Whew. Okay. I'm not going to complain too much though. I hear these things are amazing, and I'm hoping to have some great experiences with them during this installation and setup phase. Hopefully you guys follow me for this entire journey. I still got to finish wiring the solar array up, getting all the PV wires troughed over into here. Of course, finished all the wiring in here. I got a lot of conduit left to do. So it's a big, huge, fun journey if you like this type of thing. So let me set these screws off over there. Don't lose them. All right, big reveal. Oh, is there some in the bottom? Oh my gosh, there's some in the bottom. Okay, all right. Be nice, Tim, it'll be okay. It's just a little inconvenience. I'm glad my wire trough's not too close. If I'd have put my wire trough a little bit higher, it might have been harder to do this. Ugh. All right. But we're gonna have fun today. It's not gonna be that big a deal. All right. Don't fall off and hit me. Oh my gosh, this screw is small. Eek. The last one's always a bear, isn't it? Okay. All right, we got it. Set those off to this side. Here we go. Big reveal. Boy, Well, that's a lot of nice room in there to work. Come a little closer. Let me show you what I got. So what we got on the inside, I'll start off, these are the PV input. This is where the solar array, solar panel is going to go into. It does have 2 channels, 2 strings, so that's really, really nice. We have our generator, grid, and load breakers. These are all 50 amp breakers. Here's where your plus and minus battery connections are. You have a 200 amp breaker right there. Here's where all your input, output, you know, for your rapid shutdown, your generator, remote start, and other dry contacts. Here's communications ports, right? This is where we're going to be plugging in to parallel these 3 units and also to talk to our battery. Now we look right here. These are our little knockouts, okay? So we've got communications, battery, load, and PV. So let's go ahead and just flip these out. Make sure I do the right ones. Yep. They make these a lot easier than a 240 panel. Just gotta go back and forth. Of course, I'm doing this with one hand. I dropped it. All right, there's that one. And right now, I'm not going to be doing. I'm never on grid here, guys. This is the grid off grid with RidgeLife. What part of grid is not in there? All of it. Well, actually, grid is in off grid, but I'm not on grid. Okay, I know I'm a goofball, but I will be doing a generator tie eventually. Not making that connection today. So now I've got to line up these holes with this. How am I going to do that? I've got a plan. What I'm gonna do is I got this paper right here. Line it up with the front. Draw a circle. If I can do it evenly. A little bit tall. And same thing here. Probably could have done from the bottom a little easier, but you wouldn't be able to see it as good as well, so it'd be all right. There we go. So you can see that. Make sure everything is lined up perfectly. All right, so now I'm just going to drop it down here, and we'll line it up, and then I'll be able to start drilling my holes. So what I did, I taped my paper down after I got everything lined up. So I got it lined up straight with the crack. The inverter is lined up straight with the crack. And then if you put the level in there, you can see, if I get it right there, you can see everything is straight up and down right there. And then if you turn it around, we can see, let's see if we can see it this way. Get it right, there we go, right there. We can see, there we go. Everything is lined up straight down. So I did that on all 4 of them. So now I know I'm vertical and the right distance out. So now I should be able to tap and drill a hole right in the center of each of those. And it should be perfectly lined up with the trough there. If this works out, I'll be able to use that as a template for the other 2 as well. That's what I'm hoping. All right, I'm going to do this at a little bit of an angle. Center of the circle. Again, it's horseshoes and hand grenades here. It's not exactly where it's got to need to be, but I think it'll be all right. We got a little leeway, just a little bit right there. And right here, come on. And right there. All right, that should, oh yeah, perfect. Now I'll be able to get my lines tapped, pilot holes tapped for the hydraulic knockout set. And then start running that seal tight. Get these pilot holes drilled. Now I'll tell you, I wish I'd gone a little bit lower with my trough here, because it's hard getting everything lined up. Let's see if I can do this without breaking my drill bit at an angle. I just loosened up my bit. There we go. Come on now. Wrong direction. Wrong way, Willie. Helps I can bend this one down a little bit. Maybe harder on the other ones. All right. Whew, that will get me a start so I can use my stepper bit. This is a stepper bit right here. Came in my V4 knockout set. Stepper bit. There we go. So you can drill different size holes. And I gotta drill a big old hole for this too, for this knockout. Okay, let's see if I can get this done. This is not, there we go, all the way in. Give me a little more room. All right. Come a little closer, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I have to have a big enough hole right here to fit this punch through. One there, all the way down. So do that, I got the stepper bit, and it has to go, let's see how far it has to go. Probably has, oh my gosh, probably has to go all the way to the 20. That's a big old bolt right there. Now I don't have to do that really for this one or this one. I think these two use smaller ones. So let me go ahead and get a little bit, and I'll get the bit I need. That one may be big enough for this one. Let's see, this one right here. For this knockout. Yeah, the smaller, there's two smaller knockouts. A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Oop. I think that's gonna do it. All right, that's that one. And that's gonna be the same as that one. I'm gonna go ahead and get that one done. A little bit more. Is that going to be enough? Nope. Of course, I just stopped it a little bit short. There we go. That one should do it. All right, now we got to do the big ones right here. So this one's 3/4, this one's 1 inch, and actually the 1 inch needs the big hole too. So I got to do the big hole on all three of those. Whew. I'm getting hot. I gotta open my jacket up a little bit here. All right, so that means I need a bigger one here, and I gotta go farther down. Ow! That's hot. Yeah, I'm gonna get my gloves on. All right, all the way through. Will it fit? Barely. That's the one right there. Whew. All right. So I got to do the same thing on 2 more. I'm gonna get my gloves on. Now let's try this again. A little deeper on this one. That should do it. Make sure it's tight. Where'd that bolt go? Perfect. All right. Next one. Right here. Whew. Whew. That is hard stuff. There we go. Have some cutting oil. Battery may be overheating. Wow, that goes down quick. That one overheats. Tighten one more. Let me get a little bit more. All the way through. Whew, this is not easy. All right, tight. That battery, I'll switch back over. This one's cooled off. Oh yeah, it's crazy how they do that. Probably should have gone with a DeWalt. I hear DeWalt are a little bit better than these Cobalt, but it is what it is. Or Milwaukee, right? Somebody say Milwaukee, people? Goodness, it's burning. Look, it's getting a blue, purple. Yeah, I probably should have some cutting oil. I do have a different stepper bit too. I bought a whole set. Man, how's my battery doing? Switch back. This is not easy. Whew, it's dusty in there. Gotta get all the material out when I get done too. Alright. That's crazy. I'm gonna try my other stepper bit. Be right back. Alright, let's try the brand new Warrior titanium stepper bit. I got these from Harbor Freight, I think. They're titanium. I'm gonna waller out these two holes and then finish that one. Oh yeah, that's amazing. Holy moly! Well, people, right tool for the job. I'm kind of embarrassed the other one didn't do like that. This titanium, oh my gosh. I mean, just eats right through it. I wasted a lot of time there with that other one. Nice. All right, I got to do a 3/4, 1 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2 inch. So the 3/4 uses a small bolt. So what I do, first thing I do is I screw this all the way into here till it seats all the way. There we go. And then I gotta put the bottom piece, and then I gotta slide this through the hole, and then we'll do the this punch on top, and then the nut. So let me get this over there, and we'll get this set up. Slide that right in there. Put the top punch on. Nut. You want to get it, centered up as best you can. Tight. And I got it on work here. And then I should just be able to pump until it pops down. Oh, it's going. It's going. That makes it so much easier. That's it. That's all the way. That should have popped right through. There we go. Make sure it's all the way down. And it should cut that in half. Whew. Get this off. There we go. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this. I'll show you what it did here. If I'd have gone a little bit further, it would have cut that completely in half. That's awesome. So this one's 1.5. This one is 1 inch, and this one is 1 1/4. I'll make sure I got everything lined up there. I don't want to get the wrong one in. Make the wrong size hole. That would be. They do make reducers if I did that on accident, but it's not something I want to do. So this one I gotta make sure I get. Am I gonna have enough room to get it in there? Oh yeah. Oh. First things first, Tim. Oh. Bottom punch. All right, now I'll get it back up in there. Whew. Sorry about the noise here, guys. All right. Tight. Good and tight. All right. Make sure I got it on work. That's what we do on the ridge. We work, right? Hashtag work life. I need some work life coffee. Caleb, you need to send me some more work life coffee. Maybe that's why I'm gonna slow down a little bit in the last few months. And that's what it is. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Uh-oh. 1 1/2. Okay. Whew. I thought I did the wrong one at first. This is 1 1/4. That's 1 1/2. All right. All right. Make sure it's on work. Yeah. Go down. Is it going? Do I have it on work? Yeah, I got it on work. All right. Oh, I just gotta get pumped back up. Pump me up. There you go. Come on. There we go. It's once you get it going, it happens quickly. All the way through. Get that out of there. Let me release the pressure and see what happens. And it just pops right back up, and that just releases everything. There we go. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. So that was the 1 1/2. Get off there. Come on. All right. Make sure that's tight. Now I'm going to do the 1 inch. Let's see if that pops out of there. Okay. And that's how it did it. 2 pieces. See, I did all the way on that one. 2 pieces. That's nice. All right, so that's out of the way. Now we're doing the 1 inch. Tight, tight, tight. All right. Make sure it's on work. And then pump it up. There we go. Now we're done. It really doesn't take much effort. I'm just going fast. Try to get it going. Poppy, poppy, poppy. Make sure it's tight. Losing pressure there a little bit. I have it all the way tight. Oh, there it goes. All right. There we are. Now check this out. See if you can see it when I do it. Watch right there. I'll release. And it just comes right up. That's pretty cool. Top piece on. Bottom piece. Did it split it in 2? Yeah. Make sure that's tight. All right, one more to do. 1 1/4 inch. Now, if I'm not exactly lined up, I can always move my inverter left and right a little bit. So, not saying I'll have to do that, but. All right, 1 1/4. There we go. Tight, tight, tight. Make sure. Again, helps to start it if everything's tight. Booyah! All the way down. release it. There we are. And that should allow us to start putting the conduit on. And 2 pieces. Yeah, baby. All right. Get those out of there. Yep, 2 pieces. We get these tools put up, and we'll start working on the conduit. Now here is the moment of truth. Will the conduit fittings fit in the holes? So 3/4. Booyah. Let's see, this is the 1.5. Booyah. 1 inch. Oh yeah. And 1 1/4. Perfect. It even actually has just a little bit of room for adjustment, which is good. Everything looks like it's lined up. I think it is. And just to show you what I got here, these are the seal tight connections, and I got the insulated ones. So when I put it up in here, see that insulator protects the cable, so I don't need a bushing. Just one less step to have to put a bushing on. And these are metallic, right? Metallic flex. So if you look right here, this has metal on the inside, and there's actually a copper wire that runs along the inside of that too. Let's see if you can see it. You might be able to see, oh there, right there. See that copper wire? And that gives you a continuous bond throughout the flex, and also to the connector here, to the metal box, and to the metal fixture here. So of course I've got ground, PE, right? There's your ground. And so that should all be real nice. So when you're running PV wires in, you want to make sure everything is in metal. So basically when it comes up and in, we're going to be metallic almost all the way, well, all the way. And then as far as the AC and stuff, I can do a little bit different. And with the battery cables actually could be left exposed. I'm not going to do that. I've got that gray box up there. I'm going to have one here and one here. I'm actually going to do 2, one for the positive, one for the negative, and then run long battery cables over into here to the 600 amp bus. So, all right, so now I've got to cut the appropriate length of flex that will mate up between here and here. So basically, let's see, this is this one. So, whew, that's not much to work with. All right, so I got a 1 1/4 inch. Again, it is pretty lined up. So how this works is this piece right here screws inside the inner diameter of the flex all the way up to there, and then that seats up there, and this collar tightens it down. So theoretically, I take both of these off, all right, and I measure from all the way to there to there. That should do it, right? So right there. So 7 1/4. If I cut a piece 7 1/4 inches long, that should seat up there. Now it should be the same for all of them. They all have about the same seat depth. We try one. We'll start with 1 1/4 inch, and if 7 1/4 works, we'll move on from there. We got the 1 1/4 inch here, and I forgot exactly how much I ordered. I got way more than I need though, so we should be good on that. Look at this. They even use blue tape. They know my colors. That's pretty funny. Seriously, there was no correlation there, but all right. Let's see. That's a pretty straight cut they did on that one. So that means I can just go 7 1/4 inches down, right there. Got the fingernail mark. Can't beat a fingernail mark, can you? So I got to do the same thing. Make sure it is a straight. Where's it at? Where? Oh, no. See, that's why you don't use a fingernail mark. There it is. All right, I got to go straight. So straight across. Make sure it's straight. It is right there. Ah! Keep it on there, Tim. Here we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that did pretty good. Whew, getting warm again. All right, let's see. Did I do a good job? This is the 1 1/4, isn't it? Yeah, and I left it out there in the sun too to help it get its flex back, because being cold, I mean, I had it in 61 in here for a while, but that sun will really help it get its flex back. So I think this is gonna be okay. So first thing I gotta do is always want to make sure that you put the seal tight connector on, because if you don't, you're gonna wish you had. So make sure. This is the wrong one. What did I do wrong here? Did I get the wrong? I cut the 1 1/2. I wonder why that wouldn't fit. Well, let's just do the 1 1/2. We're okay. We'll do the 1 1/2. So that all goes over there. Here's the 1 1/2. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. That's what we do. Okay. All right. Same thing over here. The length should be the same, so this would be the good test for it, won't it? I was like, why wasn't that fitting in there? That didn't look right. Okay, so. Okay, so this all has to go in, and don't forget to put the connector over there. Slide that over there. Goes down, and I put this in here. Twist, twist, twist. And it needs to go all the way on till it bottoms out, and then that should go in there. And that is going to be about right. Let me go ahead and get this one on. Oh, please work, please work. I mean, I can cut more off, but it's just not, it's not fun. On the next one, I'll bring you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Twist, twist. I may have to get my channel locks, get these on tighter to make them a little bit shorter. All right, everything is good there. And I may have to bend that. You know what? Yeah, I may have to bend that down some. Oh yeah, oh my gosh. This is gonna be very difficult. It's gonna be very difficult. Okay. Okay, that fit. And it is a little bit long. I'm thinking 7" because it's pushing down on this right here a little bit. Let me cut a little bit off. I think it'll make this easier. There we go. Whew. Cut in my sawhorse. All right, let's try this again. Get that down. Should smoothly go on all the way. Help I had gloves on. All right, now let's see. Again, I want to make sure it's tight. There we go. All right, now let's try. Oh yeah, much better. Oh, so much better. All right, so let's get that. There we go. That one is on. Look at that, guys. Got to tighten it up. Pull that up. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks pretty amazing, guys. I mean, I don't have the nut tight and everything, but come here, look at this. Theoretically, this one should have been the hardest one, since it's the largest and have to line up and get all. Oh goodness gracious, that looks so good. So we got 1 1/4 here. Yes, that's not 1 1/4. 1 1/4 here, 1 inch here, and 3/4 inch here, and everything is looking amazing. I tried cleaning out this trough a little bit. Look, all those metal shavings on the floor. I will clean up when I'm done, I promise though. But that looks good. All right, now let me go ahead and, so I know about 7 inches is better. I'll cut the next 3 at 7 inches. Now that we got that one done, let's go ahead and get a 7 inch of the other 3. Can't believe I did the wrong one first. That's pretty funny. All right. 7 inches. 7 inches right there. This is the 3/4 inch. I put a shorter blade on this saw to hopefully help it keep it right here. Let's see if this Keeps it a little more stable. There we go. Now we need 7 of this. This is the 1-inch. Yep, got a nice straight edge on that one. Let's see here. 7. Okay. Stuff bends, so you gotta take into account for that. 1-inch. Come on over. Stay straight. There we go. Ooh, I just stuck. Oh, come on there. There we go. Stay on it. Yeah, I'm butchering it. Perfect. All right, one more. Let's see, 7 inches. 7 inches. Yikes, stay on there. Right there. All right. I'm gonna cut this right over the, trying to make it stay steadier. Ouch, my finger. No, I'm just kidding. All right, stay there. I think the longer blade may actually have been better. It cut pretty good though. All right, let's start off with the small one. It looks like it's gonna be about right. I'll show you closer up what I'm doing. So conduit, nut, slide it over. Got this little collar right here. See if I can get it over to slide down. There we go. Slide on down. Come on, there we go. All right, it's got that down. Now, this is the insert. We just slide it in there, screw it in, and you make sure it goes all the way. Sometimes I'll use my little channel locks here. You don't want to pinch it too much because it will deform the metal and then it won't seat right. But there we go, nice and tight, good and tight. And I should be able to get this one up in there. Yep, that's gonna be good. So now that I got that, same thing here. This one, collar, all right, slide down. There we go. Why does it get caught? It is tight, I'll tell you that. There we go. Now it's down. The insert, gotta make sure the metal doesn't block it anywhere. That little piece right there is kind of in the way. Ooh, all right. Get it in there. Ugh. I'll tell you, if you get your finger caught in the wrong spot on this, it can really hurt. Okay, get in there. It must be deformed just a little bit. That's why I was saying if you deform it, it makes it a lot harder to, there we go. Now it's in. Twist. Well, maybe not. Okay. Some people don't like working with this metal line seal tight, but it does a really good job. It's expensive though, I'll tell you that, it is expensive. Why is that not coming in there? All right, give me just a second. All right, finally got it to go in. I had to cut off a little piece there. Channel locks tighten down all the way. All right, that collar should slide up. There we go, that one's down. All right, let's see if I can get it in the hole. Bottom one first, there we go. Oh yeah, that one, not too bad at all. Get on that. Come on, that collar, that's not the problem right there. There we go. All right, now it went. Let's see if I can get the bottom one started. top. You gotta push up on that. I do one, then the other one comes off. It's pretty funny. There we are. There we are. Whew. Goodness gracious. Tighten that down so it doesn't come off again. All right, same thing here. All right. Whew. All right. That one's a little harder than I expected. Maybe it was a little short. I don't think it was short. That one's good. Oh, this one may be just a little bit. No, it should be good too. All right, so let me try this one. All right, this is the 1 inch. Come on, there we go. Well, that was a lot easier. Okay, that one's up. I hear the geese out there again. Geese are flying everywhere. All right, all the way down. Get in my belly. All right. That one started. I gotta push up on this one. Ooh, this one's kind of close. There we go. I like it. Nice. I'll tighten that down in a minute. I like putting all the writing on the conduit to the back. It makes my OCD happy. All right, now this big one here. Can we do it? Can we do it? Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Get on there. Got a little lip on this one. I'll just do it this way. This one inside. Channel locks. Gotta love some channel locks. There we go. Now, this one. Please go over. Yeah, that was easy. That was easy. Why can't they all be that easy? As I have a hard time getting this one in. It's just a little bit bent's what it is. Oh, get in there. Get in the hole. You just got to get it started. There we go. That should do it. There we go. Okay. Now it should go down. All right. All the way up, inside. That's what prevents it. Okay. Will it be the right length? Okay. All the way down. Oh, okay. Go up first. Probably should. Yeah, this one's a little bit longer. Oh, we got it. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. Riding to the back. Oh, yeah. All right, let me tighten these up and show what it looks like. Oh, yeah. Look how that looks, guys. Got the cover back on, got the trough covers back on. Everything looks nice and straight and lined up and tight. Conduit's a little dirty there, but it'll be all right. All the lettering's in the... Okay. I will come back and make sure everything is the rest of the way tight. Now, these are sealed, right? These are seal tight. So, I mean, not that there's going to be any water in here anyway. So, I've got to do this one and this one. I'm not going to bore you right now with me doing those. I'm going to instead work on the flex that goes up into the 240 panel. I know rigid's probably better way to go than flex, but I'm going to 90 out of the end here, come up and then bend the flex and then straight into the bottom of the straight. And I've got all of that right here. Now we're going to use 2-inch for that. That's this big stuff. 2-inch flex. Oh, probably should have had this out in the sun. Pretty much the same concept for putting all this on. You just slide it on, slide it in, get it on up. Oh my gosh, I really should have had this in the sun. Get in there. Okay, you're gonna slide all the way up. Whew. Oh my gosh. Get in there. It's gotta go. Is it in? Almost. It's pretty close. Okay, now I should put this collar on here. Woo. And tighten it up. Okay. Woo. Okay, now I'm just going to lift it over there and see relatively what I need to cut off. I should be getting pretty close. All right, so I'm going to come out of the end of that with a 90 and flex. The hole is right there. So if I go ahead and cut it right here, that should push it back. Now I've got extra if I need it, but that should be good right there. Yeah, I really should have left this out in the sun because it is, the other stuff I picked up a second ago, it is so soft. But this stuff, all right, should work right there. And this is PVC, so it should just cut right through pretty easily. Probably need that longer. All right, it's stuck on that. There we go. So that's gonna go right down there, and you can see there's a knockout hole. I'll have to make a bigger knockout, but luckily I won't have to drill a hole since there's already a knockout there. But that 90 will go right there. This will bend down. I'm gonna go leave this out in the sun so it's a lot more flexible, but it's gonna go right there. You see that hole right there? And it already has a 2-inch knockout. So I just gotta knock that out, put the straight connector on here, leave this in the sun, and we should be good. So first thing I gotta do is do a 2-inch knockout down there. Second, take this cover off, get that 2-inch knockout done. Hopefully this will be heated up, put the connector on it. Should be good to go. Let's see if I can knock this out without. Hey, there it goes. There. Pull. There we go. Twisty, twisty. That should be a great start. All right, I think I'll do this from the outside. I got 2-inch. Woo, that's a big one now. That's a big one. I'll pull it over to this side a little bit. Tighten up. Come on, tighten up, Tim. Tighten up. There we go. I should be able to lock this into work mode. Make sure that's tight. There we go. Now it's holding. That's gonna fall when there we go. There we go. Woohoo! 2-inch hole. Love it. Panel dead front off. Did y'all know it's called a dead front? It's because it's live behind it, dead in front of it. I'm not kidding you. That's what they say. That's what they say. Get these off here. Don't fall off and hit me. Let's see what it looks like. Boom! Oh, look at there. Nice. All right, so now I need to get this ring here. I think that's the 2-inch ring right there. So let me start by pounding to get that one off. All right, so then I need to, there we go, tilt it out a little bit more. Let's see if I can pound this one. There we go, get my screwdriver behind it. There we go, all right. That should do it. Oh boy, it's a little harder than I thought. There we go. Oh, don't pop the outside one, Tim. Don't do that. All right, let me, I need 2 hands for this, guys. Give me just a second. Let me use my lineman's pliers on this. It's really what it's better for us. That way you don't pop the wrong one out. There we go. There we go. Now we got the 2-inch knockout. Had it in the sun. You can tell it's straightened out. It's a lot more flexible. It's not super flexible, but it's a lot more flexible. Should be able to bend that down. Let me go ahead and get this straight connector on here. This is a lot easier to work with than the old, oh yeah, that just slid right on. Did you see that? It just slid right on. All right, so that's good. All right, gotta take this lock nut off here. I'll get the bottom on first, I think. Be the safest. Make sure the washer's still on there. All right. Fits like a glove. Make sure that. Come on now. Get down there. There we go. No. Kind of hard and I can't see it. There we go. Tighten. Okay, I can use my screwdriver to tighten it more. Now I just gotta see if I can get it in the hole. Oh, so close. Oh man, does it need to be just a hair shorter? Man, it might. Might help if I'd have put the hole a little bit lower too. Now let's see, I think it just needs to warm up a little bit. Because if I can get it down in there. There we go. It's in. Yeah, I think it needs to be a little bit of an adjustment. I need to cut about 3 inches off the 90 section, and that should lower it down so the straight goes in. That's the plan at least. About 3 inches. Let's see if I can get it. Come on, stay where you're at. There we go. I like it. That stuff cuts easy. All right. Let's see if this works. So this needs to be right there. Just like that. So it means this needs to be right there. Helps if you start in the right position. There we go. Is that the right position? In the hole. Just need to turn it a little bit more. There we go, right there. That should do it. So now I got to get it down on there. There we go. That should do it. Tighten on there. Get this nut on. Nothing's ever easy. Trying to put a metal nut on plastic threads and you really can cross thread if you don't watch out. Come on now. There we go. Oh, come on. Let's get on there. Every time I think I got it, it pops off. There we go. Woo. All right. That's on. Get it tight. All right. Is that going to be right? Let's see. Oh, I think it's perfect. I think it's about perfect. What do you think? I think that's about perfect. Get the nut on here, tighten it down. I mean, it could probably go, actually go up a little bit, but I think it'll be fine. Get that on. Get that tight. Whew. Okay, I am tired with this. All right, I'll put a strap on this to keep it pushed back. Whew. All right, got everything tightened down. Nice and tight. Nice and tight here too, and inside here. I thought I was gonna put a hanger, flex hanger, but really as short as that is and as rigid as that is, that does not need any extra support. If the inspector thinks I need to, I can put one right here, because I think every, is it 12 inches? If y'all know how the distance from the end of the connector to the first hanger it needs to be, let me know in the comments down below. But you can see that is really short. So what's going in there? It's going to be the load wires from each of the three inverters, and they are number 6, right? 6 gauge for 50 amp. I'll have 50 amp breakers up there, and they're 50 amp breakers here too. So they'll be black, red, white, and then there's a number 8 ground. These are number 6, but they'll be a number 8 ground. So basically, there is exactly this many wires right here, except for the 4 grounds will be a smaller diameter. So if you can see, that is definitely less than 40% fill. That's 40% fill is how much you can run in your flex conduit. And this is real thin insulation too, so that should be just fine. I'm also going to be running, you know, the receptacles and lights out for the solar arrays out through here. So I'll probably go out this, oops, I'm dropping my cable here. Go out this connector right here, come out, and I can come down into the top here, or I can come in the end, whichever looks better, and I can do hangers here, because that flex would be like a 1 inch or 3/4, so that'd be a lot. I can actually hang there too, so that should be fine. And yeah, so I'll have the 2 DC panels here with a positive bus and negative bus. And then right here, I'll have the charge verter, and I'll have a charge verter plug right there for the generator. So the generator can charge the charge verter, which can charge the batteries. And then I still have to get the battery cables around here, up into here, and then down to there. So I'm going to, I was planning on doing the flex, but it may look better with PVC, rigid PVC. Tell me what you think. You think I should go ahead and just, you know, flex that over and hang it up, make it look nice and straight, or just go ahead and PVC it? That's, I don't know. But all right, so I got that one done. I'm going to finish that one and this one off camera. Get my panel back on there. Did not get the breakers installed or any of the wire in, but whew, that right there took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Well, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. We didn't get it all done. Obviously, this is a work in progress. We've got a lot of work to do, and hopefully you'll enjoy and come back and watch a lot more of this. I will get the other 2 inverter conduits done off camera. You don't have to watch me do that again next time. Who knows what we're going to be doing next time on RidgeLife? I could be out there burning some brush piles, building a subfloor, digging some trenches for the solar array, or back in here putting breakers and grounding bars and running wires. So if you're interested in this, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. It's always 100% free, and to hit that notification bell means you'll be notified anytime a new video comes out on one of my channels. So guys, I love every single one of you. If you got a hype on a mobile device, might as well hit it. You get 3 a week. They're free too. Love every single one of you. Until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and go RidgeLife. Woo!